Hi everyone, it's Alessandro Bruxel from Home Chef Seattle, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the recipe for a lamb Börek with a super flaky homemade phyllo dough. A Börek is a phyllo that is wrapped and rolled into a spiral shape, and in this case filled with minced lamb, pine nuts, and just a bunch of different spices like cumin, cinnamon, cloves, paprika, cayenne, some garam masala in it. Your whole house is just going to get filled with the smell of all those spices. So good. You could also just follow the recipe for the phyllo dough and use it for different preparations. I'm gonna be serving my Börek today with a yogurt, mint, and garlic sauce that is just so good. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. Let's start with the dough first. You're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Make a well in the center and add a tablespoon of white vinegar, a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, and a cup of hot water. Start mixing it with the spoon first. Then use your hands. You can start kneading in the bowl first until the dough comes together. Then transfer it to a floured surface and knead it for 5 to 10 minutes until you have a nice and smooth dough. Cover it with plastic wrap and let it rest for at least 1 hour. Now let's start working on the filling. First, we're gonna be toasting the pine nuts. Heat up a skillet and add 3 tablespoons of pine nuts. Toast them until fragrant and they start to brown. Turn the heat off and reserve. Chop 1 small yellow onion or half a large onion. Two cloves of garlic, two Roma tomatoes, and some parsley. Heat up some olive oil and add the onions. Cook them until nice and translucent. Add the garlic, and a pound of minced lamb. Season with salt, half teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon of paprika, about a third teaspoon of ground cloves, a pinch of cayenne pepper, half teaspoon of cinnamon, Add a teaspoon of garam masala. Once the lamb starts to get nice and brown, add in the tomatoes. The parsley. Combine well and let it cook for a few minutes. And to finalize, add in the toasted pine nuts. Turn the heat off and let it cool. While the lamb cools, let's get started on the yogurt sauce. We're gonna start with 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. To that, we're gonna add 1 minced clove of garlic, some fresh mint leaves, the juice of half a lemon, season with a pinch of cayenne pepper, some salt, mix it well and the sauce is ready. We're now ready to start putting the Böreks together. First, we're gonna melt 1 stick of butter and let it cool. Unwrap the dough and divide into 6 equal portions. Roll each portion into a ball. On a floured surface, we're gonna stretch each portion of the dough. We're gonna roll it as far as we can. You want it to be really thin. Brush the whole surface of the dough with the melted butter. You want to cover the whole surface. Now let's place a small amount of the lamb filling on one of the ends of the dough. Now we're ready to start rolling it. Stretch the dough slightly as you roll. Once rolled, we're ready to shape it into a spiral. Starting at one of the ends, roll it up and tuck the end underneath. Brush each Börek with some melted butter. and sprinkle with some sesame seeds. I'm using black sesame seeds. Now the Böreks are ready to bake. Bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 204 Celsius, for 30 to 40 minutes until the Böreks are nice and brown and flaky. Now the Böreks are ready to enjoy. And now we're ready for plating. First the Börek, then add a nice spoonful of the yogurt sauce. I'm also adding some fresh mint and some pomegranate seeds. And the Böreks are ready to be enjoyed. I hope you guys have liked the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.